Hello, teachers. This is liurong. Um, this is my CRM presentation. The company I chose is Century. It's a Japanese company, and we can see the Century brand here. And I will do a short introduction of this company. Century is the world leading manufacturer of the consumer's packaging product. They operate in America, Asia, Europe, and all over the world, while sparing no effort to expand into new market, committed to provide quality product and service to enrich the lives of customers all over the world. In 2022, Fortune magazine ranked Century as the seventh most admired company in the global beverage industry. Century manufactures and offers a wide range of products, including alcoholic beverages such as whiskey, spirit, beer, and wine, as well as non-alcoholic beverages such as fermented tea, uh, bottled water, coconut beverages, and instant coffee, with a worldwide reputation as product and service. So this presentation discusses five customer relationship problem was Century has faced in recent years, and I gave five suggestions for improved customer relationship performance. I combined them and matched them. So we can see the content overview here. We have five parts. Uh, the first is customer relationship management issue. Second is customer information feedback problem. Third is pricing problem, and the dealer problem, and the brand problem. So let's move on to the first line, CRM issue. We can see the issue and suggestion here. I put issue and problem on the left side, and the suggestion I put on the right side. So as we all know, a company development strategy needs to support of all stuff. At this point, Century lack a long-term target strategy, especially in the overseas market. Take the Chinese market for example. At first, I think only two or three products entered the Chinese market, and the products are very simple, and they will be gradually enriched in 2020, I think. In addition, CRM also need to be strengthened, and many problem has appeared in operation of various market. So to solve this problem, we know that modern customer relationship management cannot be separated from the support of information technology, IT, right? Especially when the customers groups is relatively large. The enterprise must establish a fast, accurate, changeable CRM system to meet the increasingly complex needs of customers. So for this reason, it is important to establish a sound CRM system which can effectively help maintain customer relationships and help formulate other strategy according to different customer information. So let's move on to the second. Customer information feedback problem. As we said before, uh, the Century groups cannot. Actually I heard about many report on the internet. The responsibility is that when they have a problem with their product, Century always ignore and does not reply to the feedback of consumers. The reason of this problem is that Century Groups had a serious shortage of branches in China, as I know, with only one in Shanghai. That is a far cry from numbers of subsidiaries of other drink groups, such as Coca-Cola, leading to a lack of capacity to deal with problem. In addition, the problem after consumers complain is too complicated, leading to Century Company cannot solve the problem targeted is not conducive to building a good customer relationship, I think. So to solve this problem, uh, uh, Century should establish a customer feedback platform. It's also very important in the business decision making process. It should not only pay attention to the internal development of the enterprise, but also met the needs of the market and customers. I always said customers are the foundation of all development. So in this way, enterprise can better and more accurately grasp the needs of customers. And at the same time, they can timely understand the suggestion or feedback of customers and then solve problem targetedly to ensure the protection of customers' rights and increase the and interest while constantly improving themselves, right? So the third problem is I'm sorry. The third problem is pricing problem, and we can see that in the soft drink market, Century use undifferentiated pricing, which is stable enough, but the price of 5 yuan in China market is much higher than other tea drinks or coconut drinks. We need to know that no matter what kind of channel to sell, a price is undoubtedly the first attraction. This strategy does have its advantage, right? Like Century may think that changing price will make consumer doubt of the quality of the product, maybe, but in the long run, consumers will lose freshness and will naturally attracted by the flexible promotion activities of other brands, right? Thus losing customer base. So personally, I think this is conducive to Century product to better open the market and increase the sale. At present, Century price strategy is unchangeable, which is too single. This applies not only to soft drinks, but also to whiskey and beer and other products. My view is that Century should focus on promoting technological innovation to help drive cost down further. At this stage, Century product has no price advantage. In terms of pricing, we should pull our wisdom, neutralize sales and the market, and formulate a new pricing strategy in line with the market demand. In particular, we should change the pricing from the from unitary to diversified, I think, so that different product can be priced separately and an ordinary product can open the market at low price on the basis of the quality assurance. Sure. So as to gain higher market so as to gain higher market competitiveness. Uh, then the next question is dealer problem. Yeah. So firstly, the number of dealers of Century is not as good as that of other competitors. Similarly, taking the Chinese market as an example, Century Groups only set up dealers in the relatively developed cities, which like Beijing, like Shanghai, which of course is also relevant, related to the product pricing. Uh, Although Century products has advantage such as personalized appeal and personalized appeal at the consumer level. Uh, but for retailers, Century additional service are basically zero and will not help retailer remote their uh, remote through poster, advertisement, and other means. At the dealer level, the situation is even worse. One of there is one is that there is no price advantage, and other is that there is basically no incent policy, which makes dealers even more miserable. So if you want to develop overseas market, you must pay attention to the importance of the distributor. Dealers have independent business organization, and they actually have equal rights to the and responsibility with suppliers. In this regard, Century needs to increase the number of dealers to cover all regions of the overseas market. But with Century current strategy, it's undoubtedly difficult, right? Therefore, Century groups can adopt price concessions to give dealers cost advantage. This is important and improve dealers' enthusiasm to join and provide even provide credit support to dealers uh, who are short of funds. This is a long process, but it's very necessary. So the last problem is a brand image problem. Uh, I think in 2019, Century Groups announced an emergency recourse about 1.7 million bottles of black tea drinks in the China's market. This is the second time for Century to recourse product uh, due to food safety problem in 2019, which is undoubtedly bad news for Century, which is eager to expand overseas market. And it's not just overseas. In May of the same year, Century announced in Tokyo that it would record about uh, 800 bottles, uh, 1,000 bottles of Maribou coconut wine. The official explanation may be that some broken glasses got mixed it into the device by a Spanish manufacturer. Such news undoubtedly greatly affect consumers' trust in Century product and cause a series of negative effect and public relationship crisis. So to solve this problem, there is no need to say more about the importance of brand, right? It is kind of identification mark, a kind of concept value, a kind of simple even. It is the core embodiment of an enterprise competitiveness. Cultivating and creating brand is undoubtedly the problem that every enterprise facing. Only by establishing a good brand image and improve customer loyalty can we remain invincible in the fierce market com- competition. Yeah. Therefore, Century groups need to strengthen the requirement on the factories below. Strictly control the quality of the product and immediately reactivate the product manufactured by the factories if there are problems, so as to avoid similar product problems. Product quality are product quality and corporate image are closely uh, related. Only with quality assurance in order to make consumer more identified with the enterprise and further improve customer loyalty. So this is all my part of presentation. Thank you for watching. We should have a good day.